Ever wonder what happens when your base layer doesn't have the properties anymore and it's just old paint? Well, this is what happened to me, but it ended up being perfect for what I was going for. So let's take a look. All right, so here we go. We are back we've actually got a couple of cups, one behind the camera and one in front of the camera here. We'll get to the second cup here in a minute. As soon as we get the epoxy on to this one, we'll let the epoxy settle in for a little bit and we'll get to the second cup. But this is actually the second attempt at this cup. I did not like the way the colors came out on this cup, so I sanded it down, repainted it, and we're back to start over on this one. So sometimes that's just the way it goes. I was trying to go for a scene on here, but it did not come out at all. So all the colors kind of blobbed together. And so now we're back to square one. So I've already pre-mixed my epoxy. And so now we're just gonna get back to what we need to do, apply an epoxy. And then, like I said, we'll let this set up. And this is rather boring. Historically, I've kind of, just fast forwarded through this. So I am going to go ahead and fast forward through this laying of epoxy. But I am showing what the original cup looked like here. It does show that how blotchy the laying of glitter did come out. It definitely was not a scene that I was going for. I was going for the original Whoville look for the archway, and it definitely did not come out. But I hope you enjoy. All right, so that was about 10 minutes for me. It's only been, you know, about a second for you. So got our epoxy mixed up for this cup, and we're ready to go on this one. So apply it just like the other one. Once again, I'm going to fast forward through the laying of the epoxy. It is kind of boring, but hopefully you enjoy the silicone mats that I have down underneath. Getting to see those. They are just cheap mats, and they make it easy to clean up the epoxy for anything that spills. And that one is ready to go. All right, so we're back on this one. As you can see, it's not quite fully uh, even seated on there, but we're going to work with it, see how it comes out. Worst case scenario, we start again. So first color I'm going to work with, see if we can hold it down here. This is a mixture of several colors. See if I can get it in here. It's a very light blue, aqua mixed with a crystal diamond, along with a um, glow in the dark. So just trying to make a sky is what I'm going for. Going for sky coloring. Wanted it a very light blue. Done just like with all the rest of the glitters. You just pour it on, let it catch down on the paper. We'll dump it back into the bottle. And the reason why for the lighter background is because that's what shows up based off of how thick you can get the glitter. And like I said, the other one is going to be very similar, but it's going to have some darker humor to it. Hence why I wanted a darker background. And because the issues I was having with the epoxy adhering to the cup, may have waited a little too long for this to get really thick in there, but see how it goes. It may come out perfect looking like a sky, as well as the next layer is going to be white to look like snow. Set that off to the side. Grab another piece of paper because I use paper to grab it. And this is a new type that I'm playing with. This is flocking mixed with crystal diamond. We'll see how well this works here. Because flocking is nothing more than ground up fine polyester. I really wanted it to look like snow. So hopefully this works the way I wanted it to. And it looks like it is. It absolutely is. So I'm very happy with that. The reason why I mixed in the crystal diamond with that is so that it gives it that effect that I wanted. And then the final color is a really pretty purple that I found. Because the whole look that I'm going for is the cartoon version of the Grinch, which is cartoony, but whose? You know, their town is very beautiful. Hence the sky a pretty blue, the ground a pretty purple. And then we'll get in here, we'll raise up the bottom, raise up the whole thing so we can get the bottom of the cup. Even though that really There's thicker epoxy in there that really is coming out exactly how I wanted it to. And these are almost going to be matching cups. So I'm going to do this other one very similar in nature. And this is loosened up on the other one. So I'll see you on the other cup here shortly. Let me switch over. Really trying to get moving faster on this because I want the epoxy to set up. So this one, I'm going to do the purple first since I already had it open. You notice this is definitely not showing near as much of the purple through that darker color. That's all right. I was expecting that. Let that finish running off. Oh, can't forget the bottom. Forgotten the bottom of these cups before. Well, they're not hard to go back and redo and add glitter to the bottom. They most definitely are not the easiest. There's been times where I've just said, forget it, leave it smooth. All right, time for our white. I really like the way this mixture has come out. Really gives the look that I was going for, which is some snow effect. Gets that 3D effect going. I'll come back and add some more after that has a chance to soak in. Really gives that effect that I'm going for. Really happy about that. 'Cause that's my first time trying that. Hopefully you like the look of that too. Now this one, you definitely can't see the blue once it falls off. As soon as I finish this round, I'll show you what I mean. You can see it's really dark blue when it comes around. It's got the hint of the light, but not by much. And you can see the fluffiness is starting to soak in right here on the sides where it's a little bit thicker. Definitely going to do a second round of that. You don't necessarily have to do a second round. It all depends on what look you're going for. I like the way that finally looks on there. And then what I'm going to do is one final round of the white. And I think I'm going to mix this a little bit in there. Much, much deeper. All the way up. Let it intermix. Before I put the next layer of epoxy on, what I'll do is I'll brush off any excess that doesn't stick. Because this way it gives the effect of snow in the air. So, and there we go. They're both all done. Stand by for the next layer of epoxy to seal this all in, and then we'll put some decals on and some stickers to give it the sayings and humor that I'm going for. So as you can see, both cups are coming out exactly how I wanted it to, even though the epoxy didn't lay down smooth on the lighter cup. So, but it is coming out beautifully. Can't wait to see the end result once I put the final coat on there. Hope you learned something. Keep moving forward and have a great day.